There's often a difference between doing God's will and faithfully doing God's will. God used the Babylonians and Chaldeans to execute his justice upon the Israelites. They raided, took captive, and killed the Israelites because Israel had not followed the Lord with their whole heart. It was God's will that Israel be taken as exiles, and it was God's will that the Babylonians and Chaldeans did what they did. Yet the Babylonians and Chaldeans were going to be shown the wrath of God for what they did, because they killed and persecuted God's people. But wait a minute, why were they going to get punished for what God wanted them to do? The thing is, they weren't doing these things out of faith in God, but out of their own selfish desires. And God wasn't forcing their hand. They chose to raid, they chose to take captive, and they chose to kill, and God was going to hold them accountable for their sins. God is so incredibly powerful and sovereign that he even uses the sinful actions of sinful men to accomplish his purposes, and he does so in such a way as to remain morally pure and righteous in all that he does. In one sense, we will all work to accomplish God's will, whether we like it or not. God's master plan will be accomplished. The question for each of us then is, will we be faithful to God, or will God use us despite our rebellion? If God uses us while we rebel, God's still going to punish us because of our rebellion. But if we faithfully do his will in submission to him, trusting Jesus Christ all the while, then God forgives us of our sins and blesses us in eternity. Make it your goal to faithfully walk in all of God's will. God bless you, and see you tomorrow.